Hello everybody, this is Cromsco018, and this is going to be my thoughts on Fairy Tail episode 135. I haven't been able to record this video in the past few days because my sister's having her surgery tomorrow, and my parents are not even here. They're in Louisville at the moment with her, and so I'm having to watch the boys. I've been having to watch them a lot lately, so hopefully maybe once the weekend happens, they'll be able to come home. Anyway, the episode started where it last left off with Dan and Coco showing up, and Dan's first priority is Lucy. He tries to get her to essentially, date him. Doesn't really happen because Lucy's not interested in him. And Natsu obviously gets annoyed that this guy won't leave his friend alone. Though I do not know if he likes her as more than a friend or if he just thinks of her as a friend. Though at this point, you never know with Natsu. Because he doesn't really seem like the type to, I guess, be romantic or romantically, I guess, affectionate. I don't know. So it's kind of hard to tell with him. Anyway, Happy tries to get Lucy out of there because it obviously is bugging her. And Dan tries to shrink Happy. Instead, he shrinks Lucy. So she ends up being pint-sized, like Natsu was, and Dan's about to change her back, but then he thinks, oh, I like you this way. And he essentially attaches her with a little string to his belt loop, so she's just hanging there like a keychain. And, Michelle gets the I don't know if she was trying to be smart or I don't know, but I don't think it was a very smart idea, but why don't you guys give me your thoughts on this whole thing? But yeah, Michelle tries to tell Dan, yeah, since you guys are destined to be together, why don't you go on and get married? This is a holy place, might as well. And yeah, Dan starts getting all kind of fantasies on that about them honeymooning and everything, and I'm like, really? And while this is going on, Romeo gets a smart idea to use that stinky fire on Dan and make it, well, a ton of stinky. And this incapacitates, well, the others, and Lucy somehow gets free. And yeah, Happy tries to get her out of there again, and Dan tries to shoot them again and enlarge Lucy, so she can't really ride on Happy the way she is because she's sitting on his head. But they both get hit, so Lucy's back to normal, but now Happy is giant-sized. And because of this, he ends up stepping on Natsu again, which I think is, I don't know if he's doing it on purpose, or if it's just all accident and it's just a coincidence that it seems like he's doing it on purpose. But yeah, he ends up knocking buildings over and all that, trying to avoid knocking stuff over. And, let's see what else happens. Urs and the others end up getting, well, lost. And it's because someone's moving the signs around, but they don't know if it's because it's a prank or if it's someone trying to keep them from the library. And as they're walking away from the sign, the Jigglebug game pops out of the bushes, so there's the reason for it. Oh my god, why did the show include those characters? They're so bad. And not in a bad villain way, they're bad as in bad characters all around. And, let's see. Natsu decides to stay behind and fight Dan while the others try and get away because Lucy has the key to the Starry Heaven book because she thought that maybe you could figure out the clues by reading the book, and the Coco and Dan tries to decide, oh, the best idea is to get the book so we can find it. And Coco, chases after them with those running shoes of hers. And Romeo tries to attack her with his fire to try and, slow her down. Doesn't really work. However, Lucy ends up running right into a statue that opens up a trap they fall into, and Coco can't stop in time in order to avoid falling in it herself. So yeah, now they're hanging. Now, Lucy, Michelle, Romeo, and Coco are now hanging on the side of the wall where they fell in. And Lucy tries to help Coco get her footing better. And even though she tried to help, they both end up falling deeper down into the dang thing. And Lucy tells the others, hey, go on ahead, we'll catch up. And, well, Coco is, well, being a bit of a brat. As they make their way, down deeper through the tunnels where they're trying to figure out how to get them back to the others. And even though Lucy failed at trying to save her, or help her out before, Coco actually tries to save Lucy and succeeds this time. So, yeah. It ends up that Coco ends up getting caught like a rock slide as the others make their way to that same spot. And Lucy could have easily left her there. But being a nice girl that she is, I should say, she helps her out. And they try and make their way towards where they're supposed to be going. Go away, you stupid thing. Ignore that. Anyway, I'm just gonna leave it there for the time being. Anyway, back to Gajiel and the others. They actually managed to make their way to the top of the mountain they were climbing last I checked. And yeah, there's essentially nothing there that you can see besides,
rocks.
And Panther Lily tries to make an attempt at a joke by saying, oh, we've climbed the wrong mountain. It's that one, and he points to a much taller one that has lightning around it, and that just makes everybody get, I guess, a defeated look. Essentially the joke backfires. And while they're trying to figure this out, Gajo decides that, oh, if we're supposed to be on top of the thing, it might be below us. So he starts digging, and while everybody is helping to try and dig, Samuel shows up by himself. And when I first saw this, I was like, how is he going to fight against Gajo and the others? I mean, yes, Jet and Troy are probably not very strong, but Levy can hold her own, and Gajo sure is strong, and Panther Lily can definitely hold his own. So how is Samuel going to be able to do anything? So, but yeah, I know what happens in the next episode, so don't worry about it. Anyway, those are the main things that end up happening in this episode. Besides getting a thing on a cliffhanger where Dan and Natsu are starting to fight again. If I missed anything, please let me know. And if you liked this episode, let me know what you guys liked about it, what you disliked about it, your overall thoughts on it, whatever. I really like reading your guys' comments. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I will see you all next time.